tubies, it's subs fortnight here on Pagan Perspective, so you are in for a treat. You have 2 weeks with your lovely subs. And this week's topic, we are talking about the concept of family versus blood family and the ebb and flow of family. There's not much information to go by on this question, so I'm going to do my best to answer it for you. So I'm just going to talk about what family is to me and how I relate to family. So first of all, I'd like to say that for me, one of the main differences between family and blood family is that the personality differences vary a lot within families. You'd think that because you are all of the same DNA, basically, that you would have more in common, but I know that for me this is especially not true, because my sister and I are like chalk and cheese, and when we were younger we used to fight a lot. We get on a lot better now that we've both grown up and matured a little, but that just goes to show that you can have such a wide difference of personalities and interests that it's not always easy to get along with one another, and it's not always easy to see eye to eye. Thus, that brings us round to the ebb and flow of family. Because you don't get to choose who is in your family, people are born into your family, or people are married into your family, and you don't really get a say in that. So your family is always expanding in that sense, that you're always having new people come into your life and come into your family. And you can't control what their interests are going to be, how their personality develops, so you really do have to try quite hard to maintain that kind of bond. If you do wish to stay in contact with your family, if you do wish to get along with one another, a lot of effort is required from you to be able to understand things from people's point of view. And I think if you are open to that idea, if you are able to put in the effort to make it work with your family, you can have a very loving family unit, and you can also learn a lot from one another because you are associating with people that you wouldn't necessarily choose to do so outside of your family. For instance, when you're at school or at work, you know, you make friends with people who are of a similar personality to you, that have similar interests, and therefore it's easier for you to get along with them. Excuse me. So, you know, you can control your friendship circle, and many of my friends have come and gone from my life, and I've met a lot of people in my lifetime that I don't stay in contact with anymore, but there are a couple of friends that I've had since primary school that I know will always be with me in my future. They are with me now, and I know that if I ever needed them, I could literally just pick up a phone and they would be here in a matter of minutes, no matter how far away they are from me, because they are amazing friends to me. And I know that, likewise, if they phoned me up tomorrow and said, you know, I need someone to talk to, that I would be there for them. And therefore I consider these few friends to be family to me. They are close enough for me to call family, and, you know, there is nothing that I wouldn't do for them, and that bond of friendship is never going to be broken for me. But with family, again, like I said, you don't get to choose who's in your family, so you have to work to maintain this kind of bond, because sadly we have had a few separations in our family, and we've had a few people move abroad as well, so we sort of lose contact over time with people, and people fall out with one another, as you do with anybody, not just family. But it's especially hard in a family because you have that blood relation. You know, it's not always easy to hold things together if other people are feuding in your family. So you do lose people along the way, but again, people come into your life through marriages and through births. So your family is constantly changing. There is always a shift in your family, and for me, I think that really does highlight the wheel of the year and the circle of life, and it really does help you see your own position on the wheel. It helps you see where you fit into life's great plans. When I have a few older cousins of mine that are a couple of years older than me, and a lot of them have children now, and I have a lot of cousins younger than me, and I can see that, you know, in a few years' time that they'll be doing the same thing as well, and you can really see how as their lives change, you can see how your life has changed as well, and it really helps to put things into perspective. I mean, these are people that I used to go around to my nan's house, and we'd all get together and we'd play hide and seek and things like that, and now, you know, they're having their own children, and their own children are going around to my nan's house and playing hide and seek and doing all the things that we did when we were younger. So it can be a very humbling experience as well, and a very good reality check to show you where you are, where you've come from, and you can see all of these things and really put it into perspective when you see your family together. But I think family is also something that you have to work for, and therefore your family bonds that you can then enjoy is something that you have earned. Whereas with your friendship circles, you can make life easier by choosing people that you get along with well, that personalities match yours, and therefore you can choose to keep those people with you on your journey through life, and others you can let go, and it's not necessarily a problem for you, and it's not necessarily hurtful if these people leave your life, because many of them you don't stay in contact with. But if it's family that you're losing through arguments, divorces and things like that, it can be quite hurtful, especially if it wasn't you that initiated the separation in the first place. So it can be hard, but with a little effort you can maintain a good, healthy relationship within your family. So it has its good points and it has its bad points, but I think for me, your family is worth putting in the effort, so that you can really see a part of your life, a part of your history, and then by that you can also measure your future and see where it is that you'll be going to. So I hope this has been an interesting topic for you, and I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the weeks, and I hope you guys are looking forward to 2 weeks with your subs rather than just the one. So hope you're all having a good week, and blessed be.